Hello everyone, this is CJNovo992 and today we are back with another brand new video. Although it doesn't feel like a brand new video, it feels very similar to the video I made exactly 7 days ago. Not only in terms of the scoreline being the exact same as it was, but in terms of giving away 2 stupid goals in the space of 5 minutes. We'd learnt nothing. And we ended up getting none. And you know something, despite it being about half an hour after the games actually finished, I'm still sitting here in utter disbelief. And anyone who watched the entire game of football, especially that first half, will know what I'm talking about right now, because the first 35-40 minutes of this game was outstanding. We talked about in yesterday's preview video about finding the level that was set by Steven Gerrard's Rangers team in Europe, getting back to that level, and I was very confident about getting a good result. Well, I'm pretty sure everyone at halftime was very confident about getting a result, especially with not only the way we were playing, but the fact that we were against 10 men of Malmo coming into the second half. Now again, we weren't in the lead or anything like that, we still had to go ahead and we had to score another goal, etc, etc. But you're playing against 10 men with a crowd that is absolutely rocking, because we were asked for a 12-month to turn up and be there screaming and shouting and backing your team, and the crowd was absolutely outstanding. The songs, the chants, the atmosphere was sensational. You couldn't ask for anything more if you're a football player about going out there and being able to do the game. We all wish we could go ahead and play. It was the perfect theatre for them to go out there and taking that next step in terms of the old Champions League, because again, it's not the Europa League qualifiers where you're going to pump teams left, right and centre. This is a step up in the competition, a massive step up. This is for Champions League, and if you want to get to the Champions League and earn that Champions League money, you've got to play like Champions League players and play like a Champions League team. And we just didn't. And that is a bitter pill to swallow for these Rangers players who had dreams of playing in the Champions League and testing themselves at that level. Where we went ahead and failed at the first hurdle, ladies and gentlemen. Because we failed, we now move back down to the Europa League level, where all the other Scottish clubs are currently playing it. Obviously, Hibs, you've got Celtic, who got knocked out in the previous round. Aberdeen, you've got the likes of St Johnstone that's battling with Galatasaray. We're back amongst that level where we wanted to test ourselves at that level, but we let that massive opportunity, and trust me, it was a massive opportunity, with the tie perfectly in the balance going in to a 45 minutes at home versus 10 men. You couldn't ask for anything more, but we let that opportunity just go away. Speaking of our own downfall, by the way, we go into the game of football and you saw the team sheet and everyone was celebrating online, but I was very quiet if you follow me on social media. And the reason I was very quiet is I was very nervous about the left-hand side of your squad, and I talked about that, and obviously in yesterday's preview video there was a decision to be made about Bassey, which I know sounds ridiculous if you've not been paying attention, but Bassey's at least been strong defensively and offered us a bit of a presence down the left hand side, and our boy BB hasn't been anywhere near it. So I was very nervous going into this game, but again, a lot of those nerves was eased throughout the first 40 minutes, because I can't sit here and I can't slam the team or slaughter them just yet, ladies and gentlemen, because the first 40 minutes was brilliant. And the one man that comes to my mind like that is Morelos, because there's going to be a lot said about these players, about this, not turning up, not doing enough, blah, 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 blah. But if there's one Rangers player that you cannot question at all today, it's Alfredo Morelos. His performance he put in deserved to be played or earn his way into the Champions League. He was absolutely excellent, whether it was holding the ball up, whether it was coming in, bringing the pass. I mean, the first 2 minutes of this game, he chases a nothing ball down the right-hand side, wins the ball back, tries to pick out Kent, but it falls to Aribo and he sets up a chance. A couple of minutes later, he's getting in between people, winning dangerous free kicks for us. He was everywhere the night and night. I wanted to come out here early and say if there was one player you can't criticise, in my opinion, it's Morelos. It looked like a Champions League player today. It's just unfortunate so many weren't able to replicate that, because not only did he win the early free kick again and nearly set up Joe Aribo, but a couple of minutes later he put a fantastic cross in right to the back post, but unfortunately the defender, well, defends it superbly, let's be honest with that. We saw a lot of that last ditch challenges, a lot of blocks. They put their bodies on the line and they worked their arse off, which again, fair credit and full credit to Malmo for doing that. But jumping on a couple of minutes later, sorry if you're getting bored, but if I'm breaking the game down fair, like Morelos does well to bring the ball in, he passes to Scotty Wright, and then has Ryan Kent crying out for the ball, who's wide open, slide him through. Wright ends up just running into a defender, and that kills the attack right there. But that didn't slow down Alfredo Morelos and Joe Aribo FC, which kind of like it felt like in the opening 15-20 minutes, because in the 17th minute it's a gorgeous bit of play by Joe Aribo. He gets into the halfway line, good slide challenge, he then beats one man, finds Alfredo Morelos who dives forward, Ryan Kent gets filled. It is a free kick now to Rangers about 35 yards out. BB's delivery's absolutely dreadful, which has been all season long, but we end up keeping the ball alive and BB wins the ball back, so fair play to him for that. He gives it to Ryan Kent down the left hand side. Ryan Kent checks inside, beautiful cross to the back post. Alfredo Morelos is there. 17 minutes into the game, we get the goal that we deserve. The roof's blown off the place, the crowd's gone mental, and this Rangers team is currently absolutely rampant. But for whatever reason, the second we scored, the tempo started to drop, honestly, like that, and you could see it coming off and off and off. I mean, we had one other wee half opportunity before the first Malmo attack, in which Joe Aribo plays a beautiful ball in behind the defence for Morelos. He cuts inside, but his eventual shot is fantastically defended by the big centre-half for Malmo. No, the last time I'm going to say that, unfortunately. But as we said, Rangers' grip and zip and just aggression overall on the park was slowly but surely coming off like that, and that just gave Malmo the opportunity to grow into the game, and I'm baffled by it, ladies and gentlemen. I truly am, because they couldn't string two passes together when we were in the face. Then we just scored, we took the lead, then we started to sit off further and further back despite us needing another goal. But as we said, Malmo did grow into the game, and you could see what their plan A was right away. It was a long ball, constantly. And in the 33rd minute of the game, it's a wonderful ball in, and now Alan McGregor looks as if he comes out his box here and he throws it down, and then the referee ends up booking him obviously for coming out. Now in the old rules it would have been a straight red card, but with the new rules it's been implemented a couple of years ago, it's only a yellow card. But if you actually go back and look at it, he's actually on the line, so it shouldn't have been a foul, but it is there, and they end up getting a very, very dangerous free kick, which is well defended by Connor Goldson in the wall. But that wasn't it, because just 3 minutes later Malmo could smell blood down the left hand side of Rangers, where both Balogun and Barisic was honestly targeted, and I don't know how else to actually put it. Their plan A constantly was to go after them. In the 36th minute, the boy just does a beautiful chip pass in between Barisic and Balogun. I mean, Barisic is holding his hand up like he's offside, yet even though Balogun, Connor Goldson, Tavernier's 5 yards behind him, and eventually the cross comes in, which is well defended again by Connor Goldson with a big slide challenge, and in the eventual cross it does come back in from the slide challenge, is thankfully headed over. But that was a massive warning sign, and to me that's when you have to change that left hand side, because it was almost like a eureka moment for Malmo in the space of a couple of minutes, where they couldn't get anything going, oh, they're terrible doing that side, I smell blood, let's go after it. That smelling blood attitude led to the 38th minute of this game. Again, just a couple of minutes later, down the left-hand side of Rangers. He cuts away from Barisic, but thankfully the shot is easily saved by McGregor. And then this is the point of the game that was starting to peter out, and the kind of balls would just kind of get lumped up and down, and a bouncing ball comes. We all know what we're here to talk about now. It's the red card for Mr. Innocent, who had picked up a yellow card a couple of minutes before for pulling Morelos back, which no one can argue with. But it's a bouncing ball in the middle of the park. He comes in like that, Connor Goldson comes like that. I don't think there's much contact, but the referee thinks there is and gives Innocent the second yellow card and sends him packing, where again, is it a red card? No, but was it a yellow card for McGregor 6 minutes before that? No, the referee was aware of the shot. But with that red card, it kind of left us at half time, despite a shaky 10 minutes where they were just going after the left hand side of Rangers, still very confident going in at half time. The crowd was rocking, we looked really good, and I was convinced we were going to tidy things up in the back line there. And again, I know this sounds stupid because he's only a young lad or anything, but I felt the game was crying out for a Bassi at that moment, where Malmo was still behind but looked as if they were going after Barisic, who again doesn't look anywhere near what he's able and capable of doing in a Rangers shirt. But no changes were actually made in the half-time, and to be fair, it was nearly a perfect start to the second half, where in the 47th minute Morelos has a bouncing ball after he wins the ball back, but unfortunately his volley is just over the bar, and then the game, it just goes mental. And you're going to look at the 53rd minute of the game in two separate ways. From the Rangers fan perspective, where you are rightly so going to slaughter the defence in the midfield and Scott Wright for his lack of involvement in this. You're going to slaughter the entire left-hand side and the midfielders. It's there. But from the Malmo side, you're going to look at a phenomenal no-look reverse pass into Kolak and a wonderful finish across the goalkeeper. But from the Rangers end, again, where I am going to come from, it's unforgivable if you're a Rangers fan. It's a throw-in, right? They've got 10 men. We've got more men than them. We've got 4 players marking one guy. We'll let one player go free in the middle. Scott Wright doesn't get close to him. He runs away from him. Then again, that beautiful reverse pass and the great finish. I don't think many people's going to question McGregor on. But again, it's just the way that comes from a throw-in. When you've got more men on the park, how do you leave somebody open? And now you might have noticed I just called the first goal we conceded unforgivable. Well, I don't know what to call the second goal we conceded in this game. Stop me if you've heard this before. It's from a throw-in where the team with 10 men somehow has a free man on the park, ladies and gentlemen. I don't get it either. And this one's even worse in my opinion because it's simply just a throw in the box. Somehow the guy gets in front of Balogun and Joe Rebo, and then Balogun and Joe Rebo just run into each other or something like that. That boy just says, "Oh, thank you," and just hits it into the back of net. Now, I'm taking nothing away from Kolak. He's had 2 strikes at goal, 2 phenomenal finishes, and that is what you need when you are got your backs up against the wall and you've got 10 men. You need someone to step up and be counted, and that lad, he was excellent, not only in this game, but over the 2 ties. But could we have made it any easier for him in that second goal? I genuinely don't think we could have, ladies and gentlemen. And again, Barisic is, I don't know, he's outside the box or something like that during that defending. It's honestly baffling. Now, regarding Rangers' perspective, how did they respond to Malmo's phenomenal start to the second half? Well, we eventually went and made subs with guys like Scott Wright, who had less touches than Innocent in the second half, and that boy had got sent off in the 44th minute. He came off the park. Scotty Arfield came on. Guys like Sakala and Hadji was able to come on the park, but the game was sort of done and dusted. Then Malmo was able to change their team, sit with everyone back, despite it not being, again, their biggest strength. When you're able to put 2 sets of 5 in and no need to worry about going forward because you're 2 goals ahead with 25 minutes to go, you've got nothing to worry about. They just flooded the box, and all we did over and over again was go wide, cross it, go wide, cross it, go wide, and cross it. Now, we had chances where Morelos had a chance at the back post. I mean, Sakala had a deflected effort. It almost went sneaking in to the back post. Connor Goldson had a header, but it's just not enough. And again, if I'm being fair, full credit to Malmo for actually doing that, because it's them, it's putting their bodies on the line. It's them, it's deflecting shots. It's them, it's doing all that madness. It's them that went into the second half with 10 men and decided to still play 2 up top and go after the left-hand side of Rangers, which they could smell blood in. I keep mentioning the left-hand side of Rangers, by the way, but it's not as if the right-hand side was much better, but that was kind of the main way that Malmo was actually going over. Again, it wasn't a fantastic performance by Connor Goldson or Tav either. It was just the way they went. The entire defence was honestly stinking. And honestly, that's it, ladies and gentlemen. We failed the Champions League test that we all wanted for so damn long, and it's crap to say, and it's going to be interesting to see what happens now. And I've not even heard what Steven Gerrard said, if I'm honest with you, because I just came up, honestly, and I was just like, nah, I'm just going to film this and get it done and dusty. So I've no idea what's been said or anything like that, but let me know what you're saying down there in the comment section. Well, what is your thoughts and opinions now that this young Rangers side went ahead and failed what was its first early test at the highest European level that it can actually play? Let me know down there in the comment section below. Until next time, I'll see you in a couple of days, ladies and gentlemen, for the preview versus Dunfermline. Take care of yourselves, all the best, and bye-bye.